Okay, so tell me why, when I asked streetlights to turn on or off, they did. Oh, hey there, it's Lori Lindsay, and here's another spooky story from my life. And if you're not following me, you should be following me because weird shit like this happens to me all the time. So, this particular story comes back way back to when I was in about fifth grade, and that's when I had my first spiritual awakening. I'll tell you that story another day. So, anyways, as a kid, I used to ride in the back seat of my parents' car. And when we would drive past certain light posts, they would turn off or they would turn on. And then I thought, I'm going to just play a little game and I'm going to ask for the light post to turn on or turn off. I thought that was totally normal. I thought everybody had the power to do that because light posts turned on and turned off as I asked them to. Now, I didn't think that was strange. I certainly didn't tell anybody about it, but I assumed everybody could play with energy. And of course, that's my adult speaking. At the time I didn't think I was playing with energy, but I was playing with energy. I was developing my intuition before I even knew what intuition was, right? I just remember so well driving down Firdale Avenue, which is the road that I lived on growing up, driving by what would soon be my high school, in several years, and the lights would just turn on and off, and I would say, turn on, turn off. Anyone else do that? Anyone? Of course, you should also know that I'm part of that crew that everybody's talking about now. That we were in this gifted and talented program. And I don't remember being pulled out, but I think I probably was in a cohort of students that had exceptional abilities. Now, mind you, I also had a high school math teacher tell me I was dumb as rocks. He didn't use those words, but he definitely said, you're not college material, and because you're failing algebra. Yes, algebra was not my thing. Geometry was my thing, which totally fits with me being a woo-woo person, right? Anyways, that same year, I also had another teacher in English, and I just recently reconnected with her. She is a mother of one of my dear friends. If you're watching, hi. She also propelled me to go into college prep classes or advanced placement English classes. Not the math, mind you, not the math, but in the areas of social studies and writing, English, those subjects. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So anyways, that was me. I was able to turn off and turn on street lights. And maybe about 3 or 4 months ago, I was thinking about that ability and how that was not normal. And other people weren't experiencing that. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to try that. So we were driving along the interstate, my husband and I noticed that a street light turned off as we went underneath it. And I thought, okay, is that just a random event? So the next one I noticed, I said, turn off. And you'll never guess, it turned off. This isn't a game that I had played since I was, 10. How old are you in fifth grade? 10, 11? It was a game I played often in the car. So you tell me, have you ever experienced something like that where you played with energy? I have a cousin who likes to play with energy, and she's able to do certain things with energy. And she tried to get me to do this really cool thing with energy. I never tried it, but I totally believe that she's able to do it because I have played with energy. So that's my spooky story for today. Anyone else? Anyone else do funky things with energy? I'd love to hear about it. I hope you're all having a blessed day.